Inspired by David Tisserand's tweet on subtitles in Ubisoft games, Zdenek's article on cripping closed captioning, and Ryan Hipple's Unite 2017 talk on Scriptable Objects, we asked ourselves, how could you convey through subtitles the chanting of a crowd of fans in a way that really captures the feeling of what's happening? And to test out our ideas, we jumped into Unity and made a quick demo. In exploring this idea, there are two big considerations. First, Zdenek points to a definition of crypt theory that can be summarized best as smash your preconceptions. We think of subtitles as the lines of captioning at the bottom of the screen, but what if they were more dynamic than that? What if they were integrated into a game rather than plonked on top? What if captioning was an early design consideration? Second, a game and a film are very different in terms of the relation between action and time. A second of screen time in a traditional film will always be the same. So an embrace between two characters will happen at the same time for the same length of time, no matter how many times you watch or play the film. In a game, it's the player who often determines the action. The next kiss, the next hit, the next whatever may be 1 second away or 1 minute away. That's what makes games so interesting. They're interactive. They respond to the player and variation. Now imagine, if you will, that you are playing a character named Ray in a game. She's involved in a kissing fight club where combatants must smooch to the death. Ray is the underdog and the crowd is with her. They are chanting her name. As she smothers her opponent in kisses, she reduces their health, and of course, like any sporting or fight crowd, the louder and more frenzied the chanting becomes. If this was traditional captioning, the subtitles at the bottom of the screen, if they included narrative description, might include lines such as crowd chanting Ray loudly, and later, crowd chanting intensifies. But while you could imagine that, it doesn't really convey the rhythmic intensity of a crowd shouting someone's name. And with the interactive nature of a game, are you really wanting to have subtitles doing something like this? Crowd chanting Ray loudly. Chanting intensifies. Chanting subsides a little. Chanting intensifies. Chanting subsides. Chanting subsides some more. Chanting intensifies. What if you could make the subtitles part of the visual representation of the crowd? And what if you could tie in the crowd's chanting to the health of your opponent? As their health decreases, the chanting for you intensifies. So here's one possible solution we came up with. The demo is a simple setup. We have wooden mannequin and a bunch of silhouettes in the bottom right corner representing our crowd. Word balloons with the word Ray in capitals sit just above them, set to a simple animation that rhythmically fades them in and out to represent the rhythm of the chanting. To the left of the screen is a text box that shows the health of the opponent. Currently it's on 100%. Using scriptable variables and a very short C# script, we've hooked up the word balloons to respond to the opponent health variable. As the opponent's health decreases, Ray is a world champion kiss fighter, the word balloons respond. Not only do they scale up in size, but the speed of the animation increases. At 100% health, the word balloons are fairly small and the rhythm is fairly slow. By 50% health, the balloons are much larger and they're fading in and out faster. By the time the opponent's health is at 0, the balloons are now overlapping and huge, signifying them being much louder than before and coming together as one giant sound of chanting. And the animation is close to twice the speed. In the same way as the heartbeat becomes more intense as it gets faster, the chanting now has a real presence and intensity. Better still, this mechanic can respond to the opponent healing themselves and reducing their chance of being beaten. Their health goes up and the crowd subsides a little, not quite so frenzied due to the reduced possibility of Ray's victory. Deliberately, this demo has no sound. We hope this helps to ensure there's no conflation of the sounds we hear and what's happening on screen, and to better demonstrate how captions can represent ideas. We'll end this demo now with a purely silent demonstration, so for those of you listening who are vision impaired, there'll be approximately 20 seconds of silence before the video ends. For those interested in David Tisserand's tweet, Zdenek's article, or Ryan Hipple's Unite talk, we've added links in the video description. Thanks.